The moment the cage door closes, everything else fades into the background. The noise, the lights, the expectations, and what remains is a collision course between destiny and doubt. 3 rounds, 5 minutes each, in the LFA strawweight division, a stage where prospects are tested, where hype is either justified or shattered. And on this night, one name echoes louder than most: Macy Barber, the future. From the very beginning, there's an intensity about her that feels different. Even in her professional debut, you can sense it: the aggression, the timing, the refusal to take a backward step. She doesn't wait, she doesn't hesitate. The moment danger appears, she charges straight through it. A stumble, a misstep, a brief moment of vulnerability, and instantly she responds with a takedown, flipping the script before her opponent can even capitalize. That's the essence of Macy Barber: pressure. Relentless, suffocating pressure. But this isn't just about one fighter, because standing across from that kind of force is another rising storm, a name that has been tearing through the division with frightening efficiency: Dakota Ditcheva, a striker so explosive, so precise, that most of her fights barely last long enough to tell a story. 12 knockouts in 15 wins. That's not just dominance, that's destruction. And yet, when you look closer, the contrast between these two fighters becomes impossible to ignore. Barber is forged through adversity. She's been tested, pushed to decisions, forced to go the distance. She's felt what it's like to lose on the scorecards, but never to be finished. Never knocked out, never submitted. There's something unbreakable there: an iron chin, a relentless engine, a refusal to quit. Dakota, on the other hand, is a different kind of danger. She doesn't just beat opponents, she overwhelms them. Her Muay Thai background shines through in every exchange. The knees, the body shots, the precision striking, it's all calculated, all devastating. She doesn't need 3 rounds. Most of the time, she doesn't even need 1. But that raises the question no one can ignore. What happens when unstoppable force meets unbreakable will? Because if there's one pattern in Macy Barber's career, it's this: she doesn't go away. Even in defeat, she stays standing. Both of her losses came by decision, not because she was outclassed, but because she was outscored. That distinction matters. It means that if you're going to beat her, you have to endure her. You have to survive the pressure, the combinations, the forward march that never seems to slow down. And for Dakota Ditcheva, that presents a very real challenge, because while her striking is elite, her ground game remains largely untested at the highest level. Most of her opponents never lasted long enough to drag her into deep waters. They couldn't handle the storm on the feet, let alone try to impose a grappling game. Macy Barber might be the one who forces that question. But before we even get there, you have to understand who these fighters are beyond the cage. Macy Barber's journey didn't start with bright lights and big promotions. It started with sacrifice. Her father saw something in her early on, a spark that couldn't be ignored, and together they built a life around fighting, traveling across the country, dedicating everything to the craft. This wasn't a hobby, this was a calling. And that kind of upbringing creates a different mentality. It builds fighters who don't just compete, they endure. Dakota Ditcheva's rise, meanwhile, has been nothing short of meteoric. Transitioning from Muay Thai into MMA, she didn't just adapt, she dominated. Undefeated, champion, $1 million prize, the first British female MMA world champion. Every step of her journey has reinforced the same message. She's not just here to participate, she's here to take over. But even the most dominant fighters have ghosts in their past. For Dakota, that ghost has a name: Amy Pierney. Long before the spotlight of MMA, before the undefeated record, before the championship belts, there was a moment, a loss, a reminder that no one is invincible forever. Pierney didn't just win that fight, she shattered the illusion of perfection, and years later, she proved it wasn't a fluke, continuing her own rise with the brutal 49-second knockout on one of the biggest stages in the world. That history lingers, because in fighting, nothing truly disappears. Every weakness, every lesson, every moment, it all comes back when the stakes are highest. And now, as these fighters stand on the edge of another defining moment, the questions begin to stack up. Can Dakota's explosive power break through Barber's durability? Can Barber's pressure and experience drag Dakota into unfamiliar territory? Will this be another quick finish or a drawn-out war that tests both fighters in ways they've never experienced before? This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of styles, of mentalities, of paths that couldn't be more different yet are destined to collide. Because one fighter represents the future built on resilience and grit. The other represents the future defined by dominance and destruction. And only one of them can move forward. As the clock ticks down and the anticipation builds, one thing becomes clear. This is the kind of fight that changes careers, the kind that answers questions no analyst or statistic ever could, the kind that separates hype from reality. So now it's your turn to weigh in. Does Macy Barber's toughness and pressure give her the edge, or is Dakota Ditcheva simply too explosive, too dangerous to be stopped? And if this fight goes into deep waters, who do you trust to survive? Drop your predictions below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next fight story.